Okay, so let's take a look at our working area over here. So first thing that you got to keep in mind is that this pane over here that you see is your working area. This is the place where you're going to drag and drop or add visual elements that will basically render or either the information or charts, text, whatever, in your report. The second thing is a solution explorer, which will show the structure of your project. That will have shared data sources, shared data sets, reports, and also the properties pane, which I mentioned earlier, is pretty important when developing SSRS reports. Now, on the left side of the screen, if you take a look at the report data, you also have all sorts of folders. And I will mention the most important ones, the ones that are usually used. So the parameters folder, the data sources folder, and data sets. I will go through each of these as we go through developing an actual report. We will create multiple examples. You'll have multiple ideas about how to create these kind of reports, where you can find your visual elements, how to configure data sets or data sources. So basically we're going to start from scratch, and by the end of this course you will be able to develop all sorts of reports depending on your needs. You might also see on the screen from time to time this connection, because I'm using a virtual machine on my laptop when recording this. But going back to our report, as I said, this is our working area, and as you can see on above it you have two tabs, the design tab and the preview tab. When actually developing the report or making changes to one, you will be working in the design mode. When you're finished doing that, you'll be working in the preview. So by clicking the preview, you'll start loading or executing the report. So for example, let's say if you made 2 or 3 changes to a table in your report, by clicking preview, not only you're rendering the report, but you're also saving it. So you don't always need to click Control S before previewing a report to make sure that you saved your changes, because those are automatically saved when previewing it. Okay, so data sources and data sets. These are two main, very important elements of an SSRS report. The data source folder will contain your data connections. So for example, let's say you have 2 or 3 or 4 environments or servers which host your data. You will be able to create multiple data sources by right-clicking and add a data source. You can simply give it a name, and I would strongly recommend giving it a very suggestive name, because for example, it happens that I have to create a report which will have 3 data sources, one for the development environment, one for the staging one, and one for the production. And it's very important to give it a suggestive name to make sure you're not making any mistakes when choosing one of them.